said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. This one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Allen. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gray. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, at some point the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
And a nice play by the defense. 30 short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. With the catch, it's Thuney. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6.
And, man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Quarterback may change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
The give to Davis. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front, guys pushing the pile, NFL talent on this offensive line, just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Moving away from pressure. Down he goes. The defense making a play, and they've knocked him out to a long field goal range.
Man, really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He wants to change this route. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man, it's Davis. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll pitch it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. There he goes. Touchdown LSU. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy for the folks in Ann Arbor. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over Maryland. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here come the Irish back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quick completion on the out route. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll ride Davis here. Running into the open space. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and you pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Rush is on him. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. has to get there to move the sticks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Release on the RPO. Pass to 10. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. It's a much-needed line for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first down. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Offense scoops it up and still going. Pass the sticks, and he may get more.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. They're going to throw it again from their own end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
What a great job of recognition by the defense there. There'll be a lot of situations for defenses to expect run, especially down on the opponent's 1-yard line coming out, but they were ready for the throw that time, and they were able to jump the throw and get the interception.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Allen. Oh, they're after him! And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Now the pitch. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
To give to the back. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll send the back in motion. He'll throw on third down. Still looking on the move. Fires to the right. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times really in this game on fourth down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
Here's a return from midfield. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Allen. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
Nice job by the defense. It's really hard for a QB to get rid of the football when you got that much pursuit. Defense chasing after him hard, making sure he can't throw the football down the field. Good coverage, really nice speed by this team.
Throws toward the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Facing a deficit like this one to start the second half. You really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off through the 26.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistent.
Breaks into the open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. They weren't going to let him boost again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Shotgun snap on third down. Going for the big play. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Allen. Catch in the middle. It's Thuney. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Come the Irish back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
Under fire. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Hard running there. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Now he's looking to throw it. Under fire. Oh, he's got some space. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Give to the back. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside handoff to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to throw, it's Allen. Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to run it. Makes a grab for a big play. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
First down for the offense.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Can't get him to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
They've They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The option look. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Allen. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're
going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're going to run it to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown LSU! And the punishment has been extended. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 28 over Maryland. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish back on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Ooh, and I love the running back here running into the blitz. He saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. There he goes. They'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
You know, the risk on defense on 4th and short, putting all those guys close to the line of scrimmage, is that if the offense creases you, it's going to be an explosive play, and that's exactly what happened. They weren't able to stay in all of their gaps, and the offense breaks off an explosive run on 4th and short.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun, the inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Smith. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We'll send the tight end in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Allen. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off the scoreboard.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll leave it with him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.